Hello and welcome to the Houston Home and Garden Show exhibitor webinar. This show is presented by Shell Federal Credit Union, and it's February 3rd through the 5th, 2023 at NRG Center. Where this webinar is intended to help exhibitors to be able to be successful in the show. And so we're going to talk about a lot of different things intended to help our exhibitors have a successful show and enjoy their time at the show. We want to thank our sponsors and partners. We've got this year, in this year's show, as I mentioned, Shell Federal Credit Union is the presenting sponsor. We also have Mosquito Shield, American Furniture Warehouse, Houston Humane Society, American Horticulture Society, Houston Federation of Garden Clubs, and Albert Gonzalez Art. If you're interested in additional marketing opportunities in the show, not all of these options listed on the screen are still available, but some of them we can still make happen. So if you're interested, please reach out and let us know, and we'd be happy to get you more information. The presenting show sponsor is obviously gone. Shell Federal Credit Union has that, but we still have the shuttle sponsor, entrance, online ticket sponsor, bag sponsor, stage sponsor, and aisle sponsorships available. Our team, these beautiful people here on your screen, we've got Paul Grazda, who's our exhibit sales consultant, Lindsay Reinars, the operations coordinator, she's on this call. Me, Dave Mon, I'm the show manager, and Lucy Ferguson, she's the show coordinator. Today's agenda, we're going to be talking about tickets, parking, entrances, the move in, move out, marketing, booth setup, and rules, and tips and tricks for a successful show. So without any further ado, let's get someone else involved here. Lindsay, do you want to take this one?
Why, sure, Dave. I'd be happy to. Thanks for the opportunity. So let's talk about this year's highlights. I'm so excited that we're going to have the Junk Gypsies, who are from HGTV. They're going to be at our show on Saturday. They are Friday and Saturday, I think, right? 2 days.
Right.
They are Round Top's own. They're from Texas, so they're local, and they have been at our shows before, and they did such a great job. I'm so excited to have them back. We will have the Houston Humane Society there, and they will be showcasing some of their adorable and single adoptable pets that you can adopt out if you would like. And then we will have a garden feature. The Houston Federation of Garden Clubs will be there, and you'll be able to ask them questions about gardening, see some displays that they have. It's going to be really great. And then we've also added an artist, Albert Gonzalez from Albert Gonzalez Art will be there. He will have some of his paintings in his booth. He'll be doing some live painting in his booth and on stage. So there'll be quite a few different highlights at the show. I'm super excited about that. All right, so let's move on to ticket prices. Adults are $10 at the box office, $8 online. Seniors are $8 at the box office. And children 16 and under are free. The show hours are going to be Friday from noon until 8, Saturday 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sunday 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And
right,
Lucy,
this is me.
Take it away.
This is what the people want to hear.
Okay.
So exhibitors, everyone gets some complimentary tickets to send out. You should have gotten them yesterday, January 16th. You'll get 20 complimentary tickets in that, and that's what the email will look like. You just click here. And if you booked after January 16th, I send out those emails that Friday afternoon. So look for the email the Friday after you book. It can get filtered into spam, and it comes from that lovely email, no reply at mail3.microspec. So sometimes, depending on your filters, it'll get sent to your junk folder. But once you click on Get Here, it will take you to this next slide. And this is your ticket distribution portal. You can customize it a little bit. You can add your company logo. And then in the top right, well, the middle right, where that red circled box is, it'll show you it'll help you keep track of your tickets. Allotted is how many we sent you. By default, you should have at least 20. Sent is how many you've sent out. Fulfilled means whoever you sent it to went to our ticket website to fulfill the link that you sent. And then redeemed means that ticket was scanned at the show. And then below, you can see the ones you've sent out, and you can see individually who's fulfilled and redeemed what. And then to invite someone to send someone a ticket, you click on Invite a Contact, and that will take you to this next page. And then this is the screen. You simply just type in how many tickets you'd like to send them, and then you just need a name and an email. You can add in an optional notes, put in your booth number, but you don't have to. There's going to be a default email that they'll receive explaining just the show dates and all that jazz. And then speaking of our tickets, we are doing a contest. Yeah, we are doing a contest. All you have to do is email me to say you'd like to participate in the contest, and I up your allotted tickets from 20 to 200. And whoever has the most redeemed tickets, so redeemed means the ticket was scanned at the show, so that person went to the show, is going to win a free 10x10 booth at our, it actually should say our fall show coming up, the 2023 Houston Fall Show. And then for parking, exhibitors, you guys have two options for parking. The first option is the exhibitor parking / the tan lot. It's in the back of the building on the north side. You can buy a weekend pass for $72 and you get unlimited in and out. And the parking is free during move-in. The Wednesday and Thursday of move-in, you don't have to pay for any parking, but starting on Friday, they will charge. And there's plenty of spaces back there. Or if you'd like, if you're not going to be at the show every single day, you can park in the orange lot. That is $20 a day. There is no in and out privileges, but it's a bit cheaper if you don't need to buy the pass. And then the next slide will show you where those lots are. So the NRG Park is a very large campus. The show is at the NRG Center, and the exhibit hall A is where our show is. It's on the right side of the building. Up top, that's the tan lot. You can get into that the easiest from Stadium Drive. And then on the south side of the building is the orange lot. There's more parking options than that, but that lot will get you the closest to the exhibit hall and the entrance. And yeah, Lindsay.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of interesting, but not as interesting as the entrance and exit and will call information that I'm about to share. So we will have one entrance exit for the show. The entrance is only to use by exhibitors to access the show floor. You will need to have your badges, which we will give out to everybody during move-in. You'll have to be wearing those badges on show days. If you are entering the floor from the tan lot, you'll still need an exhibitor badge on show days. And you can get the badges from us at the registration desk. During move-in, it'll be Dave, Lucy, or I. If you want to find Lucy, just look for the girl with the amazing hair, and she'll get you your badges. I'm the other girl with just the regular hair, and then Dave has no hair, so that's how you can remember.
I don't?
I mean, you have a wonderful beard, though, so I don't know if that counts, but yeah, you'll be able to collect your exhibitor badges during move-in, and you can get all the ones you need at once, or you can have different people come each day to get them. We can still hand them out while the show is going on. And if you look at the next slide here, the map, you can see the entrance in green, will call, box office also in green, and then show office in red. So just right there in the front. There is only one entrance and exit there. So that front area is the main entrance for everybody. And I think we can keep going and talk about food.
Yes, we can. So if you are doing any type of food sampling, and that is anything that you have made yourself that you're going to be passing out at the show. If you have something that you'd pass out for, say, Halloween, prepackaged candy, you don't need to worry about a food permit. But anything else, you do need to submit a form to us that we can turn into the venue just for them to approve it. And then there is a second form that you do need to turn into the health department yourself. Houston doesn't require the event to turn it in, so this is on you to do. So there's two forms. One goes to the health department and one goes to us. And they do have to be completed before the show.
All right. So it's always a party at the Houston Home and Garden Show. So we have fun Mardi Gras colors for our map. So if you notice on the move in map here, it is coded by color. So if you are moving into the purple area, your day is going to be Wednesday, starting from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. We ask that you do not drive in to this section on Thursday. So please make sure if you need to drive in, you come in on Wednesday. If you are in the green section, please come in on Thursday from 8 a.m. To 7 p.m. However, you will not be able to drive in past 2 o'clock. That is when we will be aisling the carpets, Lucy?
I believe you meant carpeting the aisles, Lindsay.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Carpeting the aisles. But as Lucy likes to say, I will be aisling the carpets at that point. So the carpets, the carpets will be laid at that time. So you won't be able to drive in past 2 p.m. And then our garden features, it's going to be a little bit of a different setup. But if you're up there at the top of the screen in yellow, you will be able to move in Wednesday and Thursday. But still no drive-in past 2. Okay, and then move out. Please don't start moving out until 6 p.m. on Sunday. We still have guests that are in the building and they're there to shop and they're there to talk to exhibitors. And if you start packing up early, it just doesn't look very good. And you're also missing out on potential clients or sales that you might get. So please stay in your booth until 6 p.m. on Saturday or on Sunday, and then you can start packing down. Vehicles will not be able to drive into the building prior to 8 p.m. on Sunday. They will be rolling up the carpet at that time. You will be able to hand cart and carry things out only at that time. All other exhibits and vehicles must be completely removed from the building no later than noon on Monday, February 6th. You can start on Sunday, come back on Monday if you want, but just make sure everything is done by 12 p.m. on Monday, or Lucy will come and find you.
And you don't want that.
Absolutely. Nobody wants that. She once played rugby in college, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I am a terrifying individual.
Did she only play once, or did she play more than one game?
Maybe only once. I think at one time it qualified as playing. The rest of the time she was just fighting. All right. The next section is how we market the show. So that's one of the major things that I get asked a lot by exhibitors, and obviously exhibitors and those that participate in the show want to know how we get the word out. We're really excited about the idea that Lucy talked about earlier, which is exhibitors getting the chance to share tickets to the show to their database and to their customers. By doing that, if all of the exhibitors, 150 exhibitors, go and do that, think about how many people will end up coming to the show. And yeah, they may not buy from that exhibitor because they might be already customers, but they might. But think about all the other exhibitors that are going to benefit from it. So that's one way that we're really excited about marketing the show. But we also spend a lot of money in marketing. Our ad budget is 157,000, and we include TV, billboards, digital, radio. We also have OTT ads, which is Hulu and Sling, YouTube ads. We have internet, so social media. We spend on Facebook and Instagram. Here's also some examples of some mailers that we do. So we also mail 4 complimentary admission tickets to people who have recently either refinanced their home, which there's not a ton of those going on right now, but it's over the last year, and then also new home buyers. So we send that out to about 12,000 homes to invite them to come to the show. We've found that those people are the people that typically have a project in mind or have a wish list of things they'd like done. And then we also send emails to our database. So there's an example there on your screen of 2-for-1 tickets that we send to our database. We're continually working to build up our database and make it bigger and better. Another thing that we do in the show is on our website, every one of the exhibitors, we have a virtual showroom. And what a virtual showroom is, it's a way for our attendees of the show to interact with exhibitors. They can find your contact information. They can find maybe if you have a show special, something that you're doing special for the show, an offer that you have, they can find that there. When you signed up for your booth space, automatically a link was sent to you for you to be able to fill this out. If it's not filled out, here's an example of what an enhanced listing looks like and a not enhanced listing. So if you have not enhanced your listing, make sure you pay attention to this and do this. The one on the left, this all hours, is an enhanced listing. And as you could see, they included a video. They have their logo on it. They have social media, ways that they can be contacted. All of that information is there. If you don't go on and do that, there's the right side, which is American Family Insurance. That's an example of a not enhanced listing. Neither of these are taken from our show, by the way. We're just using these as examples. But you can see the only thing you really see is what their booth number is and their company name. There's really no other information for those people that visit our site to reach you. And there's so often that people will come to the show and they'll talk to someone and maybe they lost your contact information. Maybe they can't find it. They'll go onto our website and then contact you through that. And if you haven't set up your enhanced listing, obviously they're not going to be able to find you. So can't stress enough how important it is for you to go and get that done and do that. Lindsay, you're up.
Okay. Yes. So let's talk about exhibiting like an expert. And you guys are all experts out there. So this is going to be super easy for you, I know. But please use floor covering to cover your entire booth space. It doesn't matter what you decide to bring in. It could be your favorite unicorn rug, whatever. Just make sure your floor space is covered. It makes it look so much better than seeing the concrete that is there. Also, please stay within your contracted space and don't creep into your neighbor's booth. I think everybody will appreciate having their own space. Please professionally skirt your tables, all 4 sides. There are some examples here on the slide of how to do that correctly. And use professionally made signage. I know that your kids might be great at art, but if you can just save that to hang on the fridge and instead use professionally made signage, that looks a little bit better if everybody has the same, professional signs instead of homemade signs. And then lastly, please make sure that there's someone in your booth during the show hours You'll be missing out on sales or leads or clients if somebody's interested, but there's nobody there to talk to. So please make sure that you have people in your booth while the show is going on.
You know, my favorite part of this slide is that everybody learned that you really like unicorn rugs.
I really do. And so I'm hoping somebody will bring one because it adds to the show. It really does. Okay, let's move on. Electrical do's and don'ts. Don't burn down the building. Let's start with that. And a few ways of doing burning down the building is not having the correct setups for your electrical. So please don't daisy chain. We would never do that, Lucy, Dave. We would never do that, and so we hope that you guys don't do that ever. And so we hope that you guys don't do that as well. We want to keep it safe. We don't want to give the fire marshal any scares. Please look at this slide and make sure that you're following the examples here, what to do and then what not to do, like no homemade power splitters ever for any reason. You know, things like that. We just want to make sure that everybody is safe and the eye of Sauron is watching us.
Lucy, I think this is you.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry, I was just thinking about Sauron.
Oh.
So
you weren't thinking about mac and cheese?
Okay, I was thinking about Sauron cooking mac and cheese like on his head.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But it'd probably be a little spicy. But so going off of electricity, if you do need to order some, you can do that from the NRG Center. There is a link on the exhibitor kit. And you can also order water if you need telephone internet. You can order pretty much any utility you might need. Electricity is the most common one. And if you need to order anything else for your booth, flooring, furniture, lighting, signs, you can order that from the show decorator gyms. There is a link for them on the exhibitor kit as well. And they will have that installed for you and ready to go for the show. And then important reminders, because I get all the important slides, rightfully so. Your booth, as you purchase it, will come with an 8-foot curtain behind you, and then a 3-foot curtain to separate you from any neighbors you might have. It does not come with electric or any type of furniture, any type of utilities. You do have to purchase that separately. Your booth height, if you are smaller than a 20 by 20 booth, your booth height cannot exceed 8 feet. A good way to track that is you have the 8-foot curtain behind you. So if it goes above that, that's a no-go. And like Lindsay said earlier, all signs do need to be professionally made and not handwritten. I promise it does look quite a bit better. And then if you do have pre-made walls, they do need to be finished on both sides if one side might be visible. So no framing or wires that are exposed that people could see as they walk down the aisles. And then most importantly, floor covering, ideally a unicorn rug. But if you don't have that, then just any type of clean and professional flooring to cover up the concrete in your booth space.
Awesome. All right. This next slide is just some helpful tips and hints that we like to share to help exhibitors be successful in the show. And a lot of the rules that we have, like the flooring, is in place to actually help you, because the more professional you look, the more the public is going to appreciate what you do and be more willing to work with you. So other things that matter. First one, booth location. So as you can see in this show, and you'd probably see this over and over again, as exhibitors sign up year after year or show after show, they typically learn the best position to be in the show. And it depends on the business. Sometimes some businesses want to be closest to the door because they want to see everyone and it's really only about lead generation. Others want to sell to whoever comes in. And in some cases, they feel confident that their product is superior to their competitors. So they want people to talk to their competitors a couple times before they get to them so that they can illustrate to the customer the difference. So whatever case you fall into, just know with more experience in the shows, you'll learn where the best booth location is for you. Next would be approachable in your booth space. I don't know how many times I've been to a show and I see someone sitting down, staring at their phone, eating in their booth space, talking on the phone, doing other things, and seem absolutely not approachable, not engaged, and really don't seem like they want to be there. I especially feel bad for when a business owner buys the booth space and then has employees who work the show, and those employees don't care like the business owner would like. So make sure the person that you have working in the booth is someone who's approachable and who's really going to care about doing a good job. The next is display and focus on what you want to sell. Some businesses sell a lot of different things, and maybe you're a general contractor who does a bunch of different things. You could do a whole bunch of different products. I would say the most successful exhibitors are those that identify what they do best and focus a show special or something like that for that product. And obviously, if someone asks you, "Oh, can you do this as well?" You're happy to, and you will, but you really focus on what you do best. Next is people want a consultant, not a salesperson. If they feel like they're just being sold to, they're probably not going to buy from you. But if they feel like you actually care and are interested and ask questions about them, they're going to buy from you. Next is ask. Well, I actually already said that. Ask questions and listen to what potential customers are saying. Have a goal and measure the success. Many times after a show, I'll talk to someone and they'll tell me, "Yeah, I think it was pretty good, but I don't really know because I didn't really keep track of the leads, or I didn't really keep track of the number of appointments that I've set, or I didn't really have a goal. I didn't know what would be good." I would strongly encourage you to set a goal and measure that success so that you can determine how well the show worked for you. And then last, follow up. I've had this said to me many times in many different shows that attendees come to the show, they meet with an exhibitor, they're really excited that they're going to get their project done, and then they never hear from the exhibitor. So please don't be that. Make sure that you follow up with those customers. They made the effort to come to the show. They paid for parking. They paid for a ticket to the show. That is so much stronger a lead than something you might get from the internet because of the effort that they put into it. So please make sure that you follow up with them. Just want you all to be aware, there's a scam that happens after every show and before every show where you'll get an email from people wanting to sell you customer lists and attendee lists for the show. That is not us. We do not sell those lists. They do not have those lists. They are simply scamming you. So please recognize that. Please do not fall victim to it. Do not send them any money. Don't click on any of their links and immediately just delete it. We would love to get rid of them, but they continually keep changing where they're coming from and who's sending it. And it's very, very difficult to track down. Show office. So anytime you have a question while we're on show site, please come in and ask. We're there to help. Wednesday and Thursday on move-in days, we're there from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Those are our office hours. We will be there at the show, there to help. And the the last slide is our contact information. So if you made it this far, you can hopefully find a little humor in this last slide. Especially Lindsay, she loves to hold derpy pugs. I look a lot, I feel like I look a lot different in my picture. Anyway, there's our phone numbers and email addresses, and please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or if there's anything that we can help with. We recognize that the shows are only as successful as our exhibitors are, and our goal is to help you to have as successful a show as you possibly can. Lucy, Lindsay, anything you want to add before we end this thing?
Yeah, I mean, Lucy might not be around much longer now that you've seen the slides, so you might want to just reach out to Dave or I. So
I had a good run.
All right. Well, thank you all. Have a great show, and we look forward to seeing you soon.